It's beautiful out here. It's just a good place to hang out if you have nothing else going on, period. We're right next to the ocean. You ain't gonna get no fresher air. That is my real name, actually. It's a rare name, but yeah, everyone just called me that since I was a kid, since, you know, it's a pretty rare name. It's my last name, but I started riding bikes real young, you know, like most people, 10, 12 years old, seeing the older kids jumping, always wanted to get into racing and never could really afford it. Then when I was around 15, 16, a van full of kids from Garberville would drive up to the old Redwood Acres track and race, you know, and it was funnest thing I ever did. So when I got older, I wanted to get my kid into it, and he was about 7 years old. I got him doing it. He rode till he's about 15 years old, and I mean, he still rides, but because he goes to high school, he's doing other sports now, but I still do it because it keeps me busy and active in the community and out here in this beautiful weather, and it's just such a fun thing to do. I don't know, but my son, he'll get back into it too. But that's the great thing about BMX. You can take a break and come back whenever you want. You're not like stuck to it, but you're kind of glued to it, because at the same time you'll leave it, but you just want to go back to it.
Well, it is kind of a lifelong journey.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of older riders out here.
Well, there's not many other things we can compete hard in as an older person and still go to work the next day. What drives me the most is probably just being around the good people and seeing the kids have fun, and then being outside. You feel alive. You're not like stuck in your house watching TV. You're doing something. You're out here with the community, and even if I'm not racing, you just want to help. You know, you want to just make sure everything's functioning. Like you said, we got to get people aware of what we're doing out here so they can have the same kind of fun. Just don't quit. You know, you're gonna have your bad days, and try to get up and do it again. You might wreck and hit your head or whatever the situation is. A lot of people get hurt, break an arm, break a leg, like any sport. But at the end of the day, if you get back up and do it again, I mean, you get hurt at work, got to go back at some point. You know, it's not only to keep going, but be happy about what you're doing, and it's just something that you're happy doing. And if you ain't happy, take a break, come back later when you're happy again. You know, that's my lesson with it. Kind of lets it pressure relief for me, personally. Take your time, don't put too much stress on yourself, relax. Don't think you're gonna be fast right off the bat. Have more fun than not have fun. If you're not having fun, kick back for a second, talk to a couple people, see what you think you're doing wrong about what you're doing, and maybe it'll let some of the pressure off you feel. Just try not to put pressure on yourself, I could say the most is important thing when you're up there on the gate, because it can be a scary thing, especially on your first race, or even if your first big race compared to just coming to a practice or even your first practice. It's a mental game. There's a lot of mental going on there, and if you get through that, you'll get through the rest of the track. That's the first thing you got to conquer on the track is the gate, you know, and this one's got a big one. I think it's a great starter sport for any sport. You learn coordination, you learn ethics, you learn how to, you know, the kids learn how to interact with other kids and, you know, not be, let's say, so possessive over stuff. They start kind of sharing and helping each other out and like cheering on each other, and they'll stop in the middle of a race just to see their buddy, make sure they're all right. Because they're not to that, when you start real young, you're not like aggressive yet. You're just want to have fun and be with your friends, and it's a good way to start them out that way. And they can progress as they go. It depends. Everyone's got a different level. Some of us are just out here out of fun. Some of us got goals. Some of these kids want to be Olympians. You know, it just depends. Everyone's on different level and a different mindset, and that's what's cool about BMX. There's 8 people in the gate, and all 8 of us could have a whole different reason we're up there. There's 8 of us, and we're all going together and having a good time, and that's all that matters. I feel like I'm going to do it the rest of my life as long as I can, as long as I don't get hurt. And if I get hurt, I'll just slow it down and just cruise. I don't see myself, it keeps me in a straight path. Weekend to weekend, something to do, even if I got other things to do, still try to make sure I get to the track, get at least one day in, help out. Even if I can't race, help set up or do something. Just feel like this is where I need to be. No matter what, I'm going to try to be out here at least once or twice a week, period. Well, it's just getting the awareness that we're even here. We're trying to, like a lot of people, we don't even know the tracks available for them to come and ride. They're kind of overwhelmed when they do find out, and they shouldn't be. You get a free ride day. There's a lot of us out here that will help you. The threats are the economy itself. It's not just BMX, it's all sports. It's hard for parents to pay for anything nowadays to take their kids out and have a good time. Altogether, the threat of losing the track sometimes is just not enough volunteers or lack of funds with basic necessities, I'd say. Not so much a threat of shutdown, but a threat of like keeping everything up to date, as well as the bikes that we rent and the helmets to be safe and the starting gate. I don't know, we're just always doing stuff to make the track a better place, and it takes a little bit of money. It's a non-profit thing, so those are some of the things that I think about. That besides that, everything else is good. It might. It very well could. Just the gate systems alone, electronic and silent from hydraulic and air. There's a lot of changes happening for sure, but at the same time, we got 2 wheels and a set of cranks and a pair of handlebars. You can't get too much different, but I just see the skill level of the kids nowadays from when I was a kid in the 80s is nuts. That's what's different. It's just things that we never even thought even possible. They've done past it and made it look easy.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to roll around this track. These kids they can make their body contort and do stuff that I never thought was possible. What I wish they knew about these athletes is how hard they really train and how dedicated they are. They put in just as much or more time as the swimmers or the track racers or anybody else that's training for the Olympics or whatever. Some of these guys are training 6-7 hours a day at this sport. They're going to the gym, they're going to the track, they're going back to the gym, and then they're going to race at night. They're just crazy with the stories I hear about the top elite athletes in this sport. But once again, like I said, there's 8 of us up there. We all got a different idea why we're here. It's fine if this guy wants to be the fastest one up there. I'm happy with being in the middle because I'm having fun. They're underrated, I'd say, is what I don't like about what's happened with BMX. We used to get a lot more respect back in the 80s and early 90s. They used to win cars and make enough to pay for a home for the year or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? They used to be able to make a living, and somehow, I don't know, the sport it lost it on the big picture. But with the little hometown feel, we never lost it. It's always been here. Staying healthy, doing good in school, listening to your parents, just trying to be a better person. Just like with most people, when they go back on their life, just tell yourself, hey, if you just try even a quarter harder, you'll do way better in life and do way better in the sport, and you'll do better in school, and you'll do better in everything if you can just try a 15% to a quarter harder than you did. And if you can get that into your kid, you're going to do good. It's just some of us, we look back, we're like, damn, I just could have tried a lot harder.
Yeah.
You're not sitting the bench is the first thing. It's like wrestling or boxing. You get your shot. You get to go out there. Even if you go out first round, they gave you you got your go. No one's taking that away from you. You get to show up and line up with everybody there, no matter what. There's no sitting down saying I didn't get a shot. Everybody gets a shot. Everybody gets a chance. So if you don't make it the first time, you better go home and work out or eat your Wheaties, whatever it takes, so you can try to make it the next weekend. That's what we got going on with BMX and why it's such a great thing. Where other sports, if the coach don't like you or there's a little bit of politics going on, you might not get to play at all the whole season. You know what I mean? We're here every week. You get to play. You get to go up there and have a shot at winning. Opportunity is to achieve and make yourself feel proud of what you've done is the main thing. The parents can be happy that their kids are out there doing a good thing, first off, and second off, that they don't have to worry about them so much getting hurt as long as they follow the program of just slowly learning how to ride. That's another thing out here. You can't just come, even if you know how to go fast on a bike, you need to take your time, learn how to ride. You might be fast, but you might not have no coordination yet. You might know how to bend your knees and land right on your head. most of the time we walk around with the kids, teach them how to ride, and let the parents know that they're going to be safe out here when they're riding. And if we see something that ain't safe, we kind of slow them down and stop them and make sure that, hey, figure this out a little bit, and then you can speed it back up, because that's not a safe route right now, bud. They usually listen. They don't get hurt. Starts at 1 year old if they can ride on that Strider. Striders are 1 to 5, I believe. Every year from that, 5-year-olds race 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds race 6-year-olds, if there's enough for their class. 7, and then it doesn't start jumping up to the 5-year-old classes like until you get older. 17, 20, then 21, 31, which is a big jump. After that, it goes 31, 35, 35, 41, 41, 46. So 5-year gaps. There's a lot of different things. The bikes are a lot lighter. They have carbon bikes that, you know, when I was younger, aluminum was the new thing. We went from chrome moly to aluminum, and now they got all these carbon, and it can get pricey, but it's easy. You can find affordable good stuff, and there's so much good used stuff in this sport, which is great, because there's so many guys that are always looking for the newer stuff that have tons of old good stuff. They'll sell for a good price. There's a lot of just see a kid that needs a bike and just give it to them, or say, oh, you need a new set of rims. Boom. There's a lot of that. Yeah, it's to keep it going, to keep these. We want to see the kids ride. If we lose rider count, we lose the sport. That's trying to keep kids motivated to ride, and keep them. Not everybody's parents can buy them a bike or buy them a new set of handlebars or whatever it may be. There's nothing else for 300 miles each direction. If we get rid of this track, it's important to a lot of kids. I mean, right now we probably only got about 40 kids altogether. But we need to get it back up to 100 kids, 200 kids, whatever. It's all about people knowing it's here again, and it's very important that it's here, because I don't even know how to say it. It's instrumental for families to have something to do on the weekends that have nothing else to do. Not everybody wants to go to the river and drink alcohol and hang out at the beach or whatnot. We all have different places we like to do. Some people just want to do family stuff. And this is another family place for families to hang out and be with their family. So to me, it's just another one of those places we can't let go. Got to kind of keep this family thing going, you know. And that's what kind of keeps people coming back, because they remember that when they were kids, some of the funnest times they ever had was at the BMX track with their family, you know. And to me, that's important. Sales pitch is come out and just have fun and enjoy yourself, and come out if you're a rider and compete, have fun competing, and if you're a spectator, come out and enjoy the awesome place it is. It's beautiful out here. It's just a good place to hang out if you have nothing else going on, period. We're right next to the ocean, you ain't gonna get no fresher air. I have a Facebook, but it's nothing special. You should just follow our track, and that will keep you. Redwood Acres has a track on Facebook page, and it covers everything. It has all the information about what's going on here all the time. And yeah, I don't know, just come out and race. That's about all I could say. Okay, appreciate for having me.